So today we are taking a deep dive into a topic that honestly probably hits a bit too close to home for a lot of you
Oh,
listening.
absolutely. It's a very common struggle.
Right. We are talking about navigating multi-generational living and specifically like how to handle that unsolicited parenting advice from your elderly in-laws without, accidentally starting a massive family feud.
Which is easier said than done.
Way easier said than done. And to help us figure this out, we're looking at the Mindful Gym program. It's this really incredible evidence-based initiative created by a Malaysian consultant psychiatrist, Dr. Phang Cheng.
Yeah, and what I love about Dr. Fain's work is that it's highly researched, but customized specifically for our multi-ethnic Malaysian community.
Exactly. It basically takes mindfulness out of the quiet meditation retreat and just turns it into a practical life skill,
Yeah.
for the real world.
Right, for your living room.
Yeah.
Because we all know that feeling. You sit down for a nice Sunday family dinner expecting warmth and connection.
But then the steaming rice is served, the hot tea is poured, and suddenly someone is asking why your baby isn't wearing 3 layers of socks.
In a 30-degree room.
Yes, in a 30-degree room. And just like that, you are instantly on the defense.
It happens so fast. But this is exactly where the Mindful Gym program introduces this concept called the mindful mirror.
The mindful mirror, right?
Yeah, specifically looking at environment and past experience. So instead of just reacting to the criticism, you use this mirror to understand the deeper context. It's like your elderly in-laws are looking at your modern parenting through what the program calls haunted glasses.
Haunted glasses. I actually really like that metaphor.
Right. Their past generation stories, their struggles, traditional ways of doing things, they deeply shape their present expectations of you.
Because they survived raising kids in a very different, often much harsher environment.
Exactly. And those older experiences heavily color how they see your parenting today.
Okay, I get that. But I have to play devil's advocate for a second here.
Go for it.
I mean, if they are the ones crossing my boundaries and just being completely unreasonable about how I raise my own kids, why do I have to do all the heavy emotional lifting? Like, why am I doing the mindful adjusting?
That is such a fair question.
Yeah.
And it's a very common pushback. But the mindful mirror, it isn't about surrendering to bad advice.
Okay, so it's not just giving in.
No, not at all. It's about realizing that you, too, are reacting based on your own modern environment and past experiences. When you recognize that both sides are just acting out their conditioning, it shifts the whole dynamic.
Oh, I see. So you stop seeing them as this, like, enemy attacking you.
Yes, you start seeing the shared humanity. And that shift actually de-escalates your own fight or flight response, which puts you in a much calmer position to respond.
But how do we actually talk to them when the advice starts flowing? Because honestly, my first instinct is usually to just snap back with something sarcastic.
Which is very natural. But the program suggests using kindful communication, starting with the THINK acronym.
THINK, right. So, before you speak, you filter your words. Is it truthful, helpful, intelligent, needed, and kind?
Exactly.
Yeah, most of my sarcastic comebacks fail the needed and kind tests right out of the gate.
Which is why the filtering is so important. And to help with the actual conversation, there's another tool to remember. LENoVA.
LENoVA. Okay, what does that stand for?
You listen mindfully, empathize, give no premature advice or arguing, validate and affirm.
It honestly sounds like a Lenovo laptop processing data.
Yes.
Just sitting there at the dinner table, mentally buffering before you say anything.
That is a perfect way to remember it. That buffering time is crucial. When you pause to validate their feelings instead of just instantly arguing back, you short-circuit their defensive response.
Yeah.
You move the conversation out of a primal power struggle.
It's like a balancing act.
Totally. Think of it like brewing a good Malaysian teh sham.
Oh, the mixed tea and coffee? I love that.
Right. So you need the strong, firm bitterness of coffee to set your boundaries, but you mix it with the sweet, comforting tea of empathy.
So you listen and validate, which is the sweet tea, but you hold your ground on your actual parenting decisions, which is the strong coffee.
You've got it. That is exactly how you survive the dinner.
So to wrap this up for everyone listening, we've got 3 main takeaways today. First, remember that past experiences act as haunted glasses that shape older generations' expectations.
Second, the mindful mirror helps us view these tense family dynamics with understanding instead of harsh judgment.
Right. And third, responding with the THINK filter and the LENoVA buffering method allows you to communicate those firm boundaries with both clarity and kindness.
Exactly.
So, your call to action for this week. The next time an elder gives you unsolicited advice on your kids, Just try to mentally run through that THINK checklist before opening your mouth. Just let your brain buffer for a few seconds like that laptop.
It makes a huge difference. And as you sit around the table this weekend, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over.
Yeah, what's that?
What if the traditional parenting interferences that you find so annoying today secretly contain the exact cultural roots that you will desperately want it to pass down to your own grandchildren tomorrow?